Okay, so I really have not made a video in such a long time, so it's kind of weird. But today I'm going to be kind of telling you a little story about like my first date, and then I've been getting not a lot, but a bit of questions on Tumblr, sort of related to like coming out and stuff. So that I'm going to be answering those. It was with this guy named Jeremy, and we went to the movies, and I don't know what grade I was in. I'm trying to think. I feel like I was in 8th grade, maybe. It was before I was out, and I came out December 7th, 2013. So it's only been a year. Honestly, okay, I wore a plaid shirt, I think with cargo shorts. And like now looking back, I'm like, why did I own cargo shorts? I don't know. It was really bad choices, but the guy was really hot. So I wasn't out yet, so I had to lie to my parents, and I was like, oh well, I'm gonna date this girl, blah blah blah. And they're like, oh yeah, like, you know, kind of they were really happy about that. I don't really remember all the details. I just remember like he took me to the back of the theater, and we just sat there and we were like listening to Lana, and that I wasn't really like, I knew who she was, but I wasn't like obsessed with her yet, and like now she's basically like all I listen to, and so it's just weird like looking back. It was not, we didn't kiss or anything, we just hugged. Kind of stupid, but like, you know. What religion are you, comma, are you gay? So, I don't have a religion. I'm kind of just like, you know, living life. Okay, and are you gay? Yeah. I have a crush on this guy, but for this, I've never really thought about it. How do I know if I'm gay or bi? It certainly is, like, not easy to, like, tell right away. It does take a while. Some people don't even come out until much later in their life, and that's perfectly fine. The main thing is that you have to be okay with it yourself. I didn't come out till 2013. Like, whenever you like new is freshman year, I like started talking to this guy. We were on and off like before that, but I was like scared, so I would just like, cut him off. When I was talking to him, I was in 8th grade, and he had been, I think he was a freshman probably in high school, so we didn't really see each other. So then when I finally moved up and I went to high school, that's when we like saw each other, and so he was my first real, like, we didn't date or anything, we did like kiss and stuff. And so then I was like, oh wait, like I really can't picture myself with a girl. So you sort of just have to like feel it, like, but don't force yourself into thinking something, because it's just not going to turn out right. People refer to coming out as sort of like a process, what happens during that. It is different for everyone. One person's gonna have like the same exact story as everyone else, and I just find that really fascinating, honestly. So I would consider like the first step sort of like accepting it like within yourself, and then you go around. And what I did is like I had a small group of friends, and I told each one of my friends like individually in that little group, and then I told my mom, and then from there it was just I just told everyone kind of. I sort of like tweeted about it. I was kind of like honestly like really against the whole like coming out process, like not for like accepting it and like telling your parents whatever. I was sort of more just like against the fact that I had to do it, or like that I felt obligated to, because it just seems really unnecessary. We shouldn't really have to, but I did it. What should I consider before coming out? I would consider being content, like, with it. Be happy with yourself and know that this is who you are and what you want, and I promise like it'll be much better. Like, it might be rough at first, but towards the end it's so much greater. Like, even if you have so much like shit going on, it just makes you just feel so much better about yourself, like, knowing that you're not lying to anyone. When should I come out? And that kind of like relates to the last question. Everything like goes back to you, how you feel about it. So if you're happy and that's how you feel, then just do it whenever you're ready, and whenever you know that your situation, like living wise and like everything, will be great. And then my last question that I'm gonna answer is, can I just stay in? I honestly like thought about this. I was like, like, do I really have to come out? Like, you know, maybe I could just keep seeing guys the way I have been, like not telling anyone. Right? I mean, it doesn't really matter what other people think, but you are lying to yourself. And I mean, it's, of course you don't have to come out like right away and like as soon as you realize and accept it and everything. It does take time. I don't think like it's healthy someone to just like lie to themselves their entire life, and you just feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders once everything's happened. And yeah, just think that you should stay true to yourself, and as long as you're happy, it really does not matter what anyone else thinks. That's basically it. I will see you next week.